right, well, that was A-State's 19th consecutive home victory that ties the school record. Keeps us at 3 losses on the year, one of 28 teams coming into today, with just 3 losses in the nation. With that, I'll open it up for questions, or let Coach make an opening statement, then open up for questions.
Well, it's good to get a win. My comments to the team afterwards is sometimes you just take them when maybe you don't play your best. And we did a lot of good things today. The one thing we didn't do very well is we didn't shoot the ball very well. So every summer I run a shooting camp. I think our enrollment just took a hit today. Why would anybody come to that after seeing that today? So, but I told Keith on the radio, I'll say the same thing here. I can't get out of here quick enough to go watch this and just take a look and see what I can do to help the players, because it appeared that for the most part we were getting good looks. We were taking good shots and they just weren't going in. And fortunately, Fowler hit some in the second half that really kind of separated the score a little bit. And but through all that, I was still proud of the way we did some things defensively. We forced 29 turnovers, which is really good. We gave ourselves extra chances, 22 offensive rebounds. And, when you're not shooting the ball well, you got to keep giving yourself extra chances. And when you look and you got 77 field goal attempts there, 48. You can afford to shoot it poorly when you get that many more attempts than that.
Coach, how does it feel though? I mean, again, I mentioned it to them. I mean, this is as bad as they have shot all year long, and yet at the end of the day, you still win by 21. You force 29 turnovers. Yeah. I mean, it just shows how multidimensional you guys can be if it's not working.
Yeah, and there's no question. And then the other thing too that makes you feel good is, we go down to Texas State Saturday, and Jess hit 6 threes, and she struggled today. She goes 0 for 6, but Fowler hits 5, and we've been one of those teams where it just seems like somebody comes to the rescue when they need to offensively. So, but again, defensively, I thought we were just okay defensively the first half, which is why this was a little bit more of a struggle. We always the thing we always talk about as a team is the old deal of the chain's only as strong as your weakest link, and we always tell you, you're only as good as your worst defender. And tonight, that whole first half just seemed like every other possession we had somebody make a mistake defensively, somebody different. But we just kept making individual mistakes. As a whole, our defense was good. We just kept making individual mistakes, and they took advantage of it. We got to the third quarter, and that quarter was really good defensively. I mean, we only held them to 9 points, and really was able to separate the score at that time.
It seems that, this year a lot of different players have taken a step up, and I don't know if it's, the maturity of the players or, if you're doing something, but, take a look at, we've talked a lot about Khadijah Brown-Haywood, but, you look at Brittany Fowler today, Jessica Flannery over the weekend, Amanda Lawson.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of players have just taken another step in their game. Is there something you attribute to that?
Well, I think it's one of the real good qualities of this team, and and it's good to see. In a big picture, one of the great things to see as a coach is to see players develop from year to year, and you get, I've said all year long, Dominique Oliver to Brittany Fowler, players that didn't play last year, but they're significant this year. And we go back 2 years ago, Khadijah, who didn't, she's significant. That these players continue to develop and get better, and they stick with the system and get better, and that's really exciting to see. And I think from an individual standpoint this season, it's just kind of the characteristics of this team. Is offensively, we just, we know Gamble's there, and now we know Khadijah's there, and now it's who's going to be that third person or fourth person that can get us some points. And so far we continue to have somebody do that for us.
Did you ever anticipate Fowler having a breakout game of this nature?
Well, anticipate, I don't know about that, but we figured they were going to zone the whole game, and she's a lights out shooter. She can, it's the one thing in practice. You leave her open, she's going to hit shots, and so it's just a matter of whether she's going to do it, quote, under the lights, so to say, and we needed her to do that, so it was good for her.
How much effect do you feel like your pressure, your full court pressure had on them?
Yeah.
It seemed like you got a lot of points out of that.
Yeah, I think it was really good, and that one thing with their guard depth was down in this game, and that was something we were able to really pressure the guards, and Khadijah did a really good job again of running and jumping some of our presses, and Brittany Gill was good, Dominique was good. So, yeah, the full court part of it really helped jumpstart us.
Seeing what they did zone wise, I mean, you know, obviously other teams are gonna continue to do that, and I've seen a little frustration from you early on where they were settling for jump shots, not taking it to the basket. Just moving forward, is it obviously gonna be something you wanna focus on?
Yeah, I mean, and again, this is not a surprise. I mean, we worked all day yesterday in zone because we knew this was coming, and like I said, I got to get to my office and I got to watch it because from where I was sitting, you know, we took a lot of good shots, but there was a lot of perimeter shots, and you know, we've got to figure out why we're not getting to the basket more, getting into the paint more. I do know with their zone, it's big, and I think while from my perspective and our perspective, we see a lot of gaps. From a player's perspective, it's not as open as it appears because of their size. You know, Texas State zoned us a majority game this weekend, and we were able to get in the paint and attack quite a bit, but they don't have the size. So I think that had a lot to do with it. I think it looked a lot more crowded and cluttered than it might be because of their size, which kept us from attacking, I think.
Any line drills for Brittany for not knowing who Run DMC was?
I don't what's that from?
Brittany Fowler didn't know who Run DMC was.
It was a promotion around the board.
Any promotion? I mean, any
We'll
punishment for that?
We'll have that discussion when it's time to see if I'm a renewer scholarship.
Brittany Gill.
If you don't know Run DMC, you better make 5 threes.
Brittany Gill came off the court in a little pain. You got any update on her?
Oh, she's fine. She just cramped up. She's the oddest thing. Most people, she cramps in her abs. She's such a good athlete. That it was just that. I mean, but no, she's fine. She's fine.
Anything else, guys? All right.
Thank you.